Okay. Hi, how are you, everybody? Now, I'm just going to call this right now that this is going to be one of my first ever live in person videos. But I'm doing this because there's a little bit of an issue that has come up to talk about in regards to visualization and how something that you might be doing, and I know for a fact that this has happened both to me and people I know, my husband, for instance, this is very common, and you don't even realize you're doing it. Okay, sometimes it's pretty obvious. Sometimes you know you're doing it, but a lot of times you're tripping yourself up, and you are uh, making things not work out, but not work out the way you would really visualize or hoped for them. And it's kind of a cosmic comedy. The universe is not. It's that one line in that one of my movies that I really love, and I forget which one. But it says the universe is not without a sense of irony. Okay, really gets it really well. Um, when you're focusing on the things that you want to attract to you, because you will attract what you believe, what you want, what you focus on, what you visualize, you're attracting that into your life. However, sometimes what you get isn't exactly what you thought you were thinking about, visualizing, because you end up tripping it up. It's There's that self-doubt sometimes, but it's not always that. Now that's very common, and it's not a bad thing. It's normal. It happens to everybody. You sit there and you picture this, visualize the life you want, and you see, yeah, just keep dreaming. That little voice that comes in the back of your head that you can't shut up, but you can. And sometimes I think in a biblical term, and I don't really want to overly equate this, but it's just like Jesus saying, "Get behind me, Satan." It's the negativity. And that negativity will destroy any positive thoughts that you have bringing forward just by being there and by you listening to it, because then it brings that doubt. That negativity feeds that doubt, and you don't want that doubt at all. That's really going to stop things, but that's not even what I'm really talking about here today. It's a big part, and it plays in almost everybody's things, and you have to learn to say, shut up. Recognize it, but don't give it any validity. Shut up. Go away. That is not reality. This is my reality. This is what I am going to bring forth. This is what I am bringing forth. This is what I believe, etc. Just thank you, and always be grateful. Gratitude attracts good things. I am grateful. I thank you so much. Thank you. But besides that, the biggest thing, and this is something so subtle that we don't even realize we're doing it. And this has happened to me because all my life I've known that the law of attraction is real. Okay? It's always been there for me. The universe has always been there for me. The Lord has always provided, however you want to look at it. But it always has worked. However, I'm pretty good at this one thing, and that is limiting. Now, I know what I would like to visualize and bring in. I understand it. I know what I want. I can see it. Close my eyes, I can see it. I can visualize it, I can feel it, and that's important, right? That's part of what the visualization is, feeling it, experiencing the emotions of it, really believing it's happening like you're watching a movie in your mind. You want that. But when I talk about, with my husband, for instance, and we're both guilty of this, because we both believe this is true, this works, it happens all the time in our lives. Thing we always say is the universe has always provided what we need. Always. No matter how dire things may look, no matter how difficult things may seem, always works out. The universe always provides what we need. And that's the belief in your head. And what happens when that's the belief? The universe says, okay, that's what you believe. That's what you get. I'll always make sure you have what you need. Need, not want, not visualize. What you believe is the universe will always provide what you need. Be careful. Be careful. Not so much in your visualizations. You can visualize the crap out of all this. Okay? You can see it in your mind. You can feel it while you're visualizing. But when you're living your life and you say, thank you for all that you've given me. I truly believe that you are always there for me. You will give me exactly everything I need. Oops. And I really mean oops, because that says, okay, that's it. I will always provide what you need, always. And watch it. The universe is not mean. Kind of seems like it might be, but it's not mean. It's really feeding back what you believe. That's all it is. And that's what the law of attraction is about, right? That's what we understand this, is you are attracting what you believe. You are attracting what you feel. You are attracting what you visualize. That's where the whole concept of attraction comes in. That's what it's all about. So, yeah, it's a little negativity loop on both counts. Okay, the first one's a big negativity loop. That constant doubt, that seed of doubt, reinforcing your belief that life kind of sucks. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to. But you believe that. And you reinforce it. So that's the big one. But the universe can be a little bit of a drama queen on the subtlety part. Okay. Bills. You sit there and you think, I want enough money to pay my bills. I don't want any more bills. Okay. But you're just putting out there more bills. The universe has bills. Hey, they like bills. Let's send them more. Sounds mean, but it's not really being mean. The universe can only act on feelings and thoughts. It's not really that they understand that bills are bad. Okay, or not that the universe understands that bills are bad. You're focusing on bills. Bills are constant, right? They're in your life. You want to get rid of them, and you're focusing on it. And the universe is saying, oh, wow, they must really like it. They are focusing the crap on these bills. It's not what you want, right? But you have to be able to speak to it and wait. You don't say, I don't like these bills, or I hate bills, or I want to get rid of bills. Don't say that. Say, grateful for all that you've given, all that you provide, everything that I have. I'm grateful for everything in my life, and I want to feel more grateful. I want to feel more abundant. I want this abundance. I love this abundance. Thank you so much for everything. Give me more. The universe says, like a lot of abundance. They want money. They love it. Oh, let's give it to them. That's what it is. And don't even think. I mean, sometimes there's that little devil on your shoulder coming up and saying, what if that doesn't work? That's silly. You're gonna sound. Who are you gonna sound silly to? Yourself? You talking to yourself in your bedroom when you're visualizing, or what have you, or maybe your spouse or your children, maybe. But even if you do it, if you can be in the privacy of your bedroom, or go in the bathroom if you have to get privacy when you visualize, who's gonna know? That's not a matter of being looking silly, and what's to go wrong? Okay, it's not going to be different. It's not going to be worse. Well, it could be worse if you're concentrating on those bills and you get more bills. But what if everything goes right? Give it a try. What is really going to happen if visualizing what you want and being positive about the good, the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to develop a positive attitude and start to enjoy it a little bit in spite of everything, right? And that is also true, the power of positivity, the power of positive thinking. I think that's what, when I was little, the law of attraction was kind of called that, the power of positive thinking, and it is just as powerful because it's the same thing, basically. When you're doing your affirmations and thinking about what you want them to be, try to think more along terms of things that you can say that you'll actually believe. Okay? Instead of saying, I am a multi-millionaire and can do whatever I want. Maybe that might be your goal. Okay, and that's okay. That's all right. But that might be your goal. But it might be difficult for you to believe that in the moment if you're sitting here with 50 bills on your desk that you can't pay, whatever. Or, that you just managed to squeak by every month with the money that you do have. Might be a little difficult to believe that I'm a multi-millionaire right at this moment. So instead of saying this, oh, life is so abundant. I have everything coming to me constantly. Nothing is, thank you for all that you've given me. Gratitude is the best affirmation you could do. I'm open to financial opportunities. Because the universe is kind of funny. Yes, sometimes it will just dump a bunch of money in your lap. That's true. Or you'll find money somewhere you didn't expect it. And every time you do, whether it's 10 cents, $10, thank you, Lord. Thank you, universe. Thank you for this $10 that I wasn't expecting. I had that happen the other day. One of my books that hasn't sold in a long time had some sales over the last couple months, and it's like a 3-month, every 3 months you get paid. And then I got it, I said, wow, hey, thanks. Wasn't expecting that. The book's 20 years old. So anyway, so it happens. But whatever the reason is, whatever the amount is, there's no too small of an amount, there's no too big of an amount to be grateful for. So be grateful. Be open, because it's not always just going to be, hey, here's some money. Sometimes it's going to be things that come to you that you can do to increase your money, that you would like, to do, okay? Become more, one of the affirmations you could use is, I'm becoming more confident every day in what I'm doing, in my affirmations. I feel better about it. I feel good. I feel wonderful. Thank you. And always, thank you. And I can't even stress that enough. I even personally start every visualization time, and I usually do it before bed. I try to do it when I first get up in the morning, but I'm a little kind of groggy. I'm not a morning person, but I try. But I start every affirmation out with, and I actually say it 7 times. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you bring into my life. Thank you for the abundance that comes to me. Thank you for the attracting of good attitude. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. It's kind of a big one. Thank you for listening to me. And it may sound sad. I always finish with the same type of thing. I finish my visualization period, my doing of that, unless I fall asleep at night. Sometimes I fall asleep. I'm sorry. It happens. And at that time, I try to, though, always express that gratitude. And it is not it's great if you can do it with everything when you're affirming things. Hey, thank you for this. Thank you for that. Thank you, because the gratitude brings more to be grateful for. And when those doubts creep in, and they happen, like I said, to everybody, when those doubts creep in, like I said, recognize it. Do not give it credit or credibility, but also think, is this thought helping me or hurting me? Because when it all comes down to it, it's one or the other, and especially when it comes to your affirmations or your visualizations, if it's hurting you, get rid of it. Focus on something that's more positive. Just let it go. and let it go. The same thing with your affirmations. You've got to let it go, any obsession over them. When you do the visualization, and you just believe. And you can make that correlation to Christianity or any other religion too. It's belief. And believing without the reason to believe. In other words, it's easy to believe once you've got $1 million in the bank and you've brought that on by the law of attraction. That's easy to believe. That's not faith. That's not belief. It's concrete evidence. Okay. And I can believe pretty easily because, like I said, even if it hasn't been millions of dollars, everything, I've never had a time when I didn't have everything, and actually really 99.9% of the times everything I've ever wanted has come true. Sometimes it takes longer. There is no timeline that you can force. It will happen, and just believe it. But you have to just believe it's happened. It is happening, it's coming, it's going to happen, it will happen, and it has happened. Depending on how you think about the quantum universe, it has happened already. It just hasn't materialized in this particular world. And it will, because you're going to bring it. And bring it. Okay? Have a great day.